Hey everyone, welcome to everyone's favorite, the group text behind the velvet rope breakdown of everything reality, plus some other stuff thrown in. So David Yontef,
I mean,
hi,
this is our first show of the new year, Melissa.
it is. Hello, my love. Did you make any whatchamacallit resolutions?
Nothing really, just to keep to myself and just don't get involved. This is the job. Let's do the job. But other than that, just keep to myself and just keep my nose out of things that don't concern me. You know?
Mine is always the resolution not to make resolutions so I don't start the year off by failing.
Yeah, well, good thing I didn't make any diet resolutions because I have just been eating my way through this month.
Oh, me too, me too. But we have so much to talk about.
We do.
Oh my God. Salt Lake Real Housewives. Okay, explain what's going on because it's crazy. I was trying to follow it, and when I talked to you, it finally made sense.
I mean, listen, it takes a lot to really get me excited these days in the Housewives. Like, haven't we seen it all, Melissa? We have seen it all. But this, I am awake. I am alive. I am here at the Melissa Rivers group text and behind the Velvet Rope crossover. I mean, there was this woman, Monica Garcia in Salt Lake, and she was a fan of the show. And she started this troll account. She calls it a snark account.
Okay,
Called,
wait, wait,
yes.
wait. Let's just back up. Because from what I understand is she had this account a long time before getting on Housewives. So was she at least good on Housewives? Was she a good addition to the cast?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. She is on brand and she was only doing Salt Lake. Like it really started just targeting Jen Shah. Like she's in Salt Lake, when Jen Shah was up to all of her illegal stuff. And even before that, this account was like, look, this woman is up to no good. It then slowly expanded to the other Salt Lake housewives. So like seasons 1 and 2 and 3, she was targeting Jen Shah and these other housewives.
And this was completely fake account. Like
Fake
not being able to be linked to her at all.
Yes, it was called
Okay.
Reality Von Teese after Dita Von Teese, which, mind you, I don't even think you know this. Dita Von Teese got involved in this and she is not happy.
Oh
So
no.
that's a whole nother thing. But then she took it one step further. She befriended Jen Shah. She got a job as Jen Shah's assistant. So she was doing drive. So she was reporting on the woman that she was then working for. She claims she helped put her in jail and that she gave information to the FBI. I don't know if that's all true, but that's what she claims. So it's like she targeted her, had this troll account about her, got a job working for her, gave information to the FBI, apparently put her in jail, and then applied for the show to take Jen Shah's spot. She technically took the spot that is open because Jen Shah went to jail.
Oh,
It's like,
this is it's like all about Eve.
right?
Yes, it's all about Eve in Housewives land.
I mean, you have to give her credit. And she is on brand, but she does say things like, look, I'm broke, I'm single, I'm divorced. So, like, she owns her shit. She calls the others elitist. And she's like, you're just all upset that I infiltrated this group. But look, she looks the part. I mean, she is on brand for the show. So, but it's crazy,
Okay,
right?
so what happened is happening because it made the reunion a three-parter.
A three-parter, which I mean is just crazy. So like she was exposed in the finale, and I mean, it's the second highest rated episode of Salt Lake Housewives in history, other than the premiere. So the ratings were huge. I mean, people are comparing the reveal because I mean, Heather, one of the cast members, went and gathered all this information and then called the other three original members. I mean, it
Why
was
did she
so
gather all this information?
well, it came to her attention that, I mean, these women hate Reality Von Teese, the account, because it's been really saying these awful things about them for 4 years. So they're all familiar with it. So this came to her attention that it was being run by Monica. But the way it was done, she called the other three original cast members down to the beach and just laid it out. And she's like, I have something to tell you, receipts, timeline, proof. And she just revealed, she's like, Monica is Reality Von Teese. And the other cast members, like their reactions, it was like, over the top theater because they've all been targeted by this account for so long. So it was just like, what? And then they told her later that night at dinner. And in the dinner scene, she was like, well, that's not true. It went from that's not true to like, well, that's not entirely true to like, okay. And then they just banished her. They said, get out. You will no longer hang with us. And they just sent her away and she left.
But she's on the reunion.
She's on the reunion. Well, like, and people are comparing this finale to like Teresa's table flip. Like they're saying like this is so, I think it's just like the bigger principle of like, how did this happen? How did this, think of all the people out there listening to us right now that are running these Bravo accounts. There's a lot of them. So I think it's kind of like a voice for the everyday person. It gives everyone a hope of like, maybe I could be on Housewives one day too.
See, I haven't looked at it, but does she sometimes say things that we're all thinking? Like,
yeah,
oh, this is so she's become the Greek chorus.
She has become the Greek chorus, and she was really good at it. Like it was a great account that really targeted these women in, but she was also getting information that was like insider information because she was an insider. It's so maniacal but brilliant. It's just
brilliant. And the long game. Like seriously long. So now you were telling me that there is a possibility that she actually might come back for another season.
I mean, I'm so torn on this. Like, I read that article about from like the producers and some of the higher ups. Like, it's kind of like, what do you do? They said they've had 7,000 conversations about this and they're going to have 7,000 more. Cause I mean, housewife ratings are slipping overall. Like, the excitement of the audience is down. So, do you turn someone away that was just like a ratings blockbuster? Or is this like patting someone on the back and saying like, we have like a mole in our camp and she's not a mole anymore, but how did this happen? Like it kind of turns casting on its head. It turns production on its head, right? It's kind of like if you have, so I don't know. What do you think? Cause I'm really torn. I'm
really torn. On one hand, it's great. On the other hand, will the other housewives interact with her? Because that's what the show really is all this interaction between these women. Yes, we follow their lives, we do all this, but the narrative moves forward by the women talking about it. So are they all going to shut up and clam up and not want to talk in front of her? I don't know. I think I would try a few episodes in the beginning just to see the confrontation. And for all we know, she has dirt on, Monica has information on someone else.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, the only thing about them not film, because they say Lisa Barlow just did an interview where she said, I don't think I can film with her, Heather Gay. I mean, everyone on the Vanderpump Rules cast said they will not film with Tom Sandoval. And we have a new season coming out in like 2 days and everyone has filmed with him. So you mean to tell me that everyone's going to get a contract and everyone's going to turn their contract down and Monica's going to be the only one saying yes to her contract? They're all going to take the money and they'll be back and they'll have no choice. That's the only thing. And I think that like production and corporate and like Andy, I think everyone's like, housewives cannot determine casting. Like we will not allow that. So, she's back. So you really don't want to work with her, then you're turning the job down. That's the only thing that I think.
But so we have a traitor situation, but your new obsession, which I have not watched yet, is the show Traitors. Okay, explain. I tried to watch last season and for whatever reason, I ended up moving on to something else. Okay, explain Traitors because when you were trying to do it, I was very confused. So, okay, start explaining what it is.
And it's also hosted by Alan Cumming and it's set in, right?
Yeah.
And so he has that accent and it's set in like a Scottish castle, although they really stayed down the street at a Courtyard Marriott, but that's besides the point. But, so it's like, last season was actually really good. It's reality stars from like Survivor, Big Brother, MTV's The Challenge, someone from Blink Empire, and now there's Housewives on there. So like they come and basically there's 3 traitors. Like the first night you sit and you're blindfolded and Alan Cumming walks around and like if he taps you on the shoulder, you're a traitor. So you kind of want to be a traitor. Like everyone kind of wants to be a traitor. And the traitors have to each week kill off one of the faithfuls but the faithfuls are trying to figure out who the traitors are, like who's sabotaging the game. So, and then
Wait,
if they,
do the traitors all know who the other traitors are?
yes,
Okay.
they all,
And
because they all meet at the end, and you, the audience, knows who the traitors are as well.
right, they all meet at the end. So wouldn't it be obvious if everybody's like, these people over here, these people over here to meet and talk, they would notice who's missing.
Well, that is true. So I don't know the time of the day that this happens. I don't know if it's truly when everyone's in bed, but that is a valid point. But yes, three people go and film a scene by themselves. Correct.
And
And so they're trying to now put the like onerous on other people for being the traitors because they don't want to be found out.
and last year that I couldn't get past the episode where someone was actually buried alive. Like,
They
are the
were.
challenges still like that
Yes.
where someone's like, I see, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. It'd be all over.
That wouldn't be my favorite one. I think I could do it. Like, I think I could do it on a reality show. In real life, if I was buried alive and never knew when someone was coming, at least I knew there would be an out. I think I can do it.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I would be
Really?
so flipped out. So flipped out.
Well, then
But
people would accuse you of being a traitor. See, and you would just be an innocent, possibly, and you just couldn't do it. But the traitors are sabotaging and they would accuse you of being one.
so after you get accused, let's just say, and you're innocent, are you off the show?
Well, you vote someone out. Like this past week, Larsa Pippen from Miami Housewives got voted out because it's like if you're a traitor, you're trying to throw shade, and then the other people kind of jump in because they don't want to go home. So you almost don't care who goes home unless it's like one of your close friends. So, and the innocent people could guess who the traitor is, and then one of the traitors. And then when you get voted off, you then reveal, like Larsa has to say, you were wrong. I'm an innocent. So, but and there actually is money to win in the end. Like everyone there does. This isn't like we're not donating it to charity. This is
Oh,
like you're fighting for the money yourself.
and they pull from all these different shows. Like I know there was Kate from Below Deck and
Last
people like
season.
that. But this year you said there's a lot of housewives.
So that's what happened. Like someone from Survivor, she's a traitor, but Phaedra Parks from Atlanta is also a traitor. So this girl Poverty from Survivor, she won Survivor. She's one of the best players in Survivor history. She tried to put doubt on all the housewives because it's like Tamara and Sheree and it was Larsa and Phaedra. And so like they're always together. So she tried to put shade on the housewives, but Phaedra's like, well, you're also now putting shade on me, and I'm like a fellow traitor. So Phaedra smacked this girl down like she's never seen before in her life. So that's the thing. There's like fighting between the traitors. It's just so good, Melissa.
Who do you think who's gonna win? Who do you think is gonna win? Who's got this wired?
I think one of the other traitors is Dan Giesling from Big Brother. I think he's going to go far. I think Poverty's going to go far. I think Phaedra out of the housewives is going to go far. Tamara, I don't think has a chance. And Sheree is a housewife from Atlanta. I don't really think she understands what's going on either
I,
fully.
I don't know if I could do it. I don't
It's a
know.
whole mind fuck. It's a whole mind fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch and see. Some just staying with our housewives theme. Girls trip. Explosion. What happened? Like all sorts of crazy
With Brandi and
with
Caroline,
Brandi and Caroline, and it accomplishes what girls trip set out to do. But now there's
the
that it's really
traitors really does.
it's a failed experiment, girls trip. But tell everyone what is on girls trip because there's so much Real Housewives stuff to talk about and crossover with Traitors. Anyway, continue.
I don't know if Girls Trip. I mean, look, I don't think it's ever going to come back. I just think it's a failed experiment. I really do. Like they had the first season and it went well. And like as the first season was wrapping up, oh, and by the way, The Traitors is the highest rated show in Peacock history as far as
Really?
like yes.
Wow.
Either that or like the premiere, but and also as of last night, it is now moved. Also, the first season is now on NBC. So the season with Kate is now being shown on NBC. So that's a good sign. This
That's
is
a
huge.
This is huge. Okay, so we have Housewives on. I mean, the power of the Housewives. Let's talk about Girls Trip. Now, there was major drama.
Well, Brandi, so like there was always another one in the can. Now there's no more in the can. The fourth installment, which was really the third installment, but I'll spare you the details. Like Caroline Manzo has accused Brandi of like basically sexually assaulting her. She said that, they went in the bathroom and Brandi tried to kiss her and Brandi tried to stick her hand down her pants. And she's basically claiming like, and so Brandi got sent home. Carolyn left. I imagine Carolyn went into a bedroom and called her lawyer, and her lawyer's like, well, if you want to go forward with this, you need to get on a plane. You can't have it both ways. So
Right.
she left. Brandi was sent home. And now this has just been in limbo. This was filmed so long ago. The minute this happened, I said, not that it's all about me being right, Melissa,
But
but
we
I
do love that
said,
you're right.
I said we're never going to see this show. I just hope everyone realizes that. And people were like, no, no. And like production costs, of course. But my sources have told me, and very reliably, that Caroline is in the midst of like arbitrating and all this stuff, although that's not out there, but that's what I've heard from multiple sources. And so I think it's like, and Brandi has come out and said, and her lawyer has come forward and said, we want to see the footage because like this is psychological, like torture for Brandi because like this narrative is out there that she did this. She says she has it. So she's saying like roll tape, like let's watch the season. So now how do you watch a season where like this side is demanding the footage and saying it didn't happen? This right? I don't think we're ever going to see this. And I don't think Girls Trip is going to continue because I don't think the ratings were that good. And I think Traitors, like you said, kind of accomplishes this mashup that we love so much. I think it's a failed experiment, Girls Trip, and it's over. That's my opinion.
So I wonder though, how do you do that? So one saying we want to see the footage, the other side is saying you're not seeing it. It sounds like to me there'll be a subpoena and they have to actually look at the footage.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not out there anywhere that Caroline is pursuing legal action. So I could be wrong, but I have heard from very reliable sources, which I don't know. Once you go home and you're saying things and like she won't talk about it, like I think it's obvious what's happening. And Brandi is saying like it's affecting her health and she's been sick over this because like this narrative is out there and it's just, I know Brandi, like she has a kind heart and she means well, but
Yes, she does.
right? She's not a malicious person.
No, I don't think she's malicious at all. She's just Brandi.
Correct. She's
It's just
Brandi. And let's also, also mind you, let me just tell you that now that this has happened in the second season of Girls Trip, Brandi was also on that. That did air, and there was a butler on that. It was at Dorinda's Bluestone Manor, and that guy is officially suing. Like, this isn't, so he's suing because he said, like, like Brandi was like taking his shirt off and he was married. And so, this is just a mess.
these ladies need to learn to keep their hands to themselves. Okay.
Seriously.
So the other night was the finale of Below Deck Med.
How was that?
Amazing. Amazing. As always, I'm going to turn you into a Below Deck Ducky or a Yachty if there's the last thing I do. So this whole season has been drama, 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 drama. Like crazy. So first we had the two chief stews go at it because one was supposed to be the first. The other, Toomey was supposed to be the lead. She got held up in with a visa issue. So Natalia stepped in, blah, blah. So you've got two strong personalities just doing this. Boom, 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 boom. From the minute they laid eyes on each other, it became explosion. Then we had the bosun who had falsified his papers. This was all in the first couple episodes. So cute one, Luca, steps up, becomes a bosun. Captain Sandy's juggling. This person's having drama. That person's having drama. So, and then Kyle, who is all drama, shows up because he was supposed to be first stew underneath Toomey, and Natalia was just filling in. But Natalia and Kyle have a history. So this was like the boat ready to explode, and explode it did. So there's just too much to catch you up on. So I'm just going to cut right to the finale. So the one girl, Jessica and Luca, are hooking up, but then it turns out that Luca is still texting Natalia, who is kind of getting cozy with earlier in the season. So that becomes a whole thing. And then the Sheffy was really good friends with Natalia. So, okay, so in the finale, I know this is a lot.
No, I'm like taking it all
I
in.
feel like I need like a chart. So in the finale, we find out that the chef and cute Luca have still both been texting with Natalia. And Sheffy decides, turns out Natalia's where they are, happens to be there in Genoa. Tells Sheffy, I'm going to come meet you guys all for a drink, but don't tell anyone. Guess who shows up? Nobody knows. People go bananas. And Luca ends up making out with her. And then Jessica stomps off, as she should. And Kyle breaks down in tears because that's what he does. And he and Natalia kind of make peace, but not really. And Jessica was supposed to go to Cannes with Luca. Obviously, that didn't happen. So she's now been super betrayed. And there's amazing other characters, and I'm just skipping over all of them. But they were amazing. I mean, like Laura, this whole season has had an amazing cast. And it's just a massive explosion. And nobody leaves really happy. I think everyone's a little shell-shocked.
And we're going to have a reunion, right?
The other night, right after the finale aired, they did a special abridged version of Watch What Happens Live with Captain Sandy and Chief Stu Toomey to get their reactions. And I swear to God, Captain Sandy did everything but put her head in her hands and just shake. Like she's finding out about all this drama as she's watching the show. And Toomey was amazing and says, this is why you don't screw the crew. But, I mean, we had all sorts of deceit and Natalia showing up. I mean, it was action-packed. I can't wait to see what's going to happen on Reunion because I think it's going to get to be almost like a Real Housewives reunion.
Listen, Captain Sandy has a wedding to plan. She has no time for this.
Yes, I know. I don't know. I mean, it's hard being one of the people getting married. I have a feeling that Leia's doing most of it because she's even like redressing Sandy now. Like,
really?
When I saw Sandy at BravoCon, I go, oh my God, I love your jacket. Who's it by? And she literally turned around and then Leia told me. It was hilarious.
She's
hilarious.
Her stylist.
She's her stylist, the whole thing. But and Sandy like broke her wrist during the season. How this woman did not have a full-fledged nervous breakdown or working on her way to a psychological master's or PhD with the amount of drama that went on amongst this crew. It was amazing.
Do we have any like Kate Chastains or Frasers? Do we have any breakout stars?
Well, we had Kyle, who is back for her second, who is all drama all the time. And he even calls himself the gossip queen. And I feel like he just stirs the pot, just stirs shit up. And he's going from one person to the next. And then you threw Natalia in there, who was running from one person to the next. It was just, so we have him, Luca. This is his second season. He moved over from another show. He was great. I think he's a big breakup star and super cute. I think Laura we'll see again. I think she's a star. And Toomey, who was the Chief Stu, really did an amazing job and didn't let herself get sucked in to a lot of this. But there was a lot of get your hands out of my face with Natalia. It just all good. And it was a great finale.
So I guess I need to watch Below Deck.
Would you just freaking catch up already? Like, I am jealous that I have watched every season from season 1, episode 1, all of the seasons, all the way through to now. I actually have to wait each week to see it. And I don't like that.
I'll add that to my list when I'm done with the Traitors and the Salt Lake
You know,
reunion.
you
And
you lie to me. You've been saying this forever, and I cannot. I've just accepted that. You're
I
not a
have,
hottie.
I have such, I mean, I've watched it before. It's a very lovely show. I enjoy it.
Oh, you want drama? You got drama.
There's
So
just not enough hours in the day, Melissa.
there's always time for below deck.
That is true. No
Oh,
offense, Captain Sandy.
yeah, there's always time for below deck. Also, before we move on, I want to talk a little bit about the Oscar nominations that just came
Let's
out.
do it.
Okay, so what was your favorite movie of the year? Let's see if it made Best Picture.
Do you want my honest answer?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, because I watch so much TV, okay, I see no movies ever. You're going to have to kick me out of LA. Here I am. I'm in Hollywood. I need to leave. I really don't. I did not see Nyad. I didn't even see Barbie. Okay.
Okay.
I am a
Not
gay
many, by the
man
way,
who does
not
not do not
not
see
many
Barbie.
people not many people saw Nyad. So just so you know. Okay, Best Picture: American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, Zone of Interest. I've seen Barbie, Maestro, and Oppenheimer. I'm dying to see Poor Things. Everyone says American Fiction is genius and that The Holdovers is amazing. But
What's going to win?
I think Oppenheimer.
I mean, I would
This
think so, right?
yeah, I would think this is the Oppenheimer year. Then for Best Actor, we have Bradley Cooper, Coleman Domingo, Paul Giamatti, Cillian Murphy, and Jeffrey Wright. I think this is really a three-person race.
Really?
Um, Paul Giamatti, I'm going to watch The Holdovers this weekend, is supposed to be
It's supposed to be
wonderful.
great.
Cillian Murphy is riding the Oppenheimer train, and he was amazing. But Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction, they say it's the performance of a lifetime.
Really?
So I think it's going to be Cillian Murphy.
That's what I would think.
That's what I think. Okay, then we also, for actors, we have Annette Bening. There you go, Nyad. Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon. Sandra Hüller, Anatomy of a Fall. Carey Mulligan, Maestro. Emma Stone, Poor Things. If Carey Mulligan does not win, I will be shocked.
Really?
I will be shocked. I think it's going to be Lily Gladstone.
Who's been winning the other awards, like the Golden Globe?
Lily Gladstone.
Okay.
And deservedly so. But I think in head to head, like this, even though it's been like this all season, I think with the Academy, Carey Mulligan's performance is the performance of a lifetime.
Really? Okay.
Okay. So, and Annette Banks. So then for supporting, supporting actor, you've got Sterling K. Brown, Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Ryan Gosling, and Mark Ruffalo. I think Robert Downey Jr., when you see this again, just when you think he can't do another beyond brilliant performance.
And he won the Golden Globe.
He hit this one so far out of the park. I don't know how anyone could possibly catch him.
Huh. Okay. Well, he won the Golden Globe.
Yes. Emily Blunt for supporting actress. Emily Blunt, Danielle Brooks, America Ferrera, Jodie Foster, and Divine Joy Randolph. Divine's the one that won the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt is amazing, and the Academy loves her. And it's like a comeback for Jodie Foster.
Doesn't she have enough awards? Now, I love me some Jodie Foster. Do not get me wrong. I like to see Danielle Brooks there. Did you watch Orange is the New Black? It was such a great show.
Yes.
I like little Danielle Brooks.
What I think is so amazing is how many great performances there were this year. I mean,
this was a good year.
Performances of a lifetime. You know me, and I'll be doing all my crazy Oscar coverage like I always do.
Well, you were just everywhere. You were on the Sherry Shepherd show.
You know,
all of a sudden I turn around and I'm like, Melissa, you are like commenting on every award show. You've been busy.
I've been very busy, and I did sort of a long form interview with people that they keep cutting up into smaller bite-sized pieces.
Yes,
So,
they do.
you know what? I am not complaining. I am happy to be the award show, Greek chorus, and I am not. I have found a way now to say what I think is worst dressed in a way that's softer and gentler, and I call it now a head scratcher.
Okay, well, who did you give your a head scratcher to out of the girls and the guys?
Well,
I hope you're giving a lot of props to my Timothy Chalamet.
He wore a shirt.
I think that's what I saw of yours.
Shirt. He
Listen,
wore a shirt. That's all I care about.
Okay, first of all, Timothy Chalamet never needs to wear a shirt. Let's just
Yes, he does. The
that.
only two people who don't have to wear a shirt to an award show are Lenny Kravitz and Harry Styles. Everyone else put on a fucking shirt.
I saw you talking about Lenny Kravitz. I would agree. That one look of Lenny Kravitz's, I don't know what award show it was, with like almost like the bell bottoms and all black with like that set. That was like, I mean, could it be any better? Could it be any better? Right?
No, it's of course. Well, that's it for this month. But you are in LA, so we're going to be doing this together next month.
I'm coming. I mean, I'm here, but I'm coming to your house to do this in person.
But you don't get to comment on the house.
What could be wrong? I mean, you've been in the house now. You haven't moved, right? Because then you were moving for a period there. So
yeah, no, I'm in this house. I love it. My office is really pretty, which I love, but we have this because this is more important up in my office.
You have that.
I'm glad I spent so much time and energy decorating my office that nobody ever sees.
Listen, you're with the branding. I just put up this wallpaper behind me. I should get branding like that.
I need to get you a group text mug.
You get me one of those and I'll send you a behind the velvet rope mug. Believe it or not, I have them and I used to only drink out of it, but I need to start going back to that again.
Well, we'll do a mug
swap.
David, I love you. I can't wait to see you next month. And we're going to have so much to discuss because OG Below Deck with a new cast is coming back.
And we will have, okay, well, I'm excited for you for that. And I'll get excited. We're going to have the Miami Housewives reunion and Beverly Hills reunion is going to film between now and then too. So we're going to have a lot to cover.
And Traitors now. And
I assume we'll know if Monica Garcia is coming back.
Oh, so much good stuff. David, I love you. Thank you so much.
Love you much. Bye.
Bye.